You won't believe what kind of story this is. The villagers are watching, and no one dares to believe this little guy is a wild seed. During the Korean War, US military greatly influenced local girls. Young mothers seeking a green card got caught up in the turmoil. Like other girls, she gave herself to a US soldier, but on her baby's birthday, the father was sent on a plane. After the war, women's value plummeted. Her mother couldn't make her American dream come true, no matter how hard she tried. But her heart, longing for a better life, just couldn't let her settle down where she was. Self-deception is pretty common. He had no house and got kicked out by his grandfather, so he squeezed into an abandoned bus and raised his little buddy alone. Life was tough, but Mom never threw in the towel. She kept chasing her husband. The letters vanished like aliens. The little one grew strong thanks to Mom. The little guy grew up, but because he looked a bit different, the villagers saw him as the odd one out. His unfortunate fate made him resent his mother's choices, and while he took out his anger on her, he just wanted a normal. Finally, he found a job with the butcher who accepted him. He had to crawl into the doghouse, but at least he had somewhere to go. After each dog delivery, he had to chase after a motorbike. That became his new normal. The butcher had a fierce temper, lashing out anytime, especially with dogs. Real short fuse. This guy treated the little one like a battered pup, fueling his animosity toward the butcher. He often took it out on his mother. There's something fishy there. Such violence is just unbearable. Whenever he witnessed his mother being threatened, his anger erupted like a volcano, almost driving him to retaliate fiercely against the person, as one might with a wild dog. Upon witnessing this scene, the butcher became even more dissatisfied and seized the opportunity to beat him up. Feeling too small to stand up to him, he ran away and waited for the butcher to cool off before returning. That violent butcher even tried to lure him with a bottle of liquor, knowing he yearned for a better life and wanted to use his English lessons to push him. You just mind your own business and don't bother this little punk. Why are you hitting my girlfriend? My girlfriend is your mom. The village has oddballs besides Little Black, blind since childhood. She shared a rough patch with him. Her eyes looked terrifying, so she had to cover half her face with her hair, but somehow she was still strikingly beautiful. Little Black's only friend had a crush on her, but when she saw her painting, fury ignited within her. She felt ridiculed. Being depicted so perfectly surprisingly bruised her self-esteem. The village bully always wanted to see her hidden secret, sneaking a peek at her hair when she was emotional. Do you want to be like me? The kind-hearted girl never thought about hurting anyone. Even when her brother blinded her as a child, she held no grudges. Instead, she had resentment against him for ruining. This moronic brother didn't care, and her tragic past turned into his punchline. You're not as good as my dog. Look how miserable you made my poor pup. It's all your fault. You still dare to say you're going to mess with me? You look absolutely ridiculous. She never thought anyone would see her while changing. She always hid in the corner. Little did she know someone was peeping. Little White was outside, glued to the window. When she caught a glimpse of Little White, she had no clue that an opportunity to seize came her way. Coincidentally, Little White's dog went missing, and she sought Little White's help to sketch a report. The lost dog posters went viral in the village, and Little White quickly realized those two advertisement punks were the dog thieves. Little White followed and found the pup in their hands, but it was too small for the story owner. These two clowns, furious, planned to torch the pup, and Little White charged in immediately. She fought for dear life, just like protecting her beloved pup, but that bond didn't resonate with the girl. Little White, feigning to leave, sneaked back to the window after the door closed, where she discovered the girl's secret. The secret peek that wasn't used as a threat. The girl, infatuated, began to admire the pitiful dog. This gorgeous girl unexpectedly caught the eye of a foreign lad, simply falling for him over ice cream. The Little White who saved the pup became the target for revenge. They snatched all her pocket money. They even took her adult magazine, specially bought to connect with the girl. The nude photos in the magazine aroused Little Black's curiosity. She asked if Little White had seen the real thing. As his best friend, Little Black took Little White to the girl's window, ready to have their eyes opened. But at the crucial moment, they began to argue about who appeared first. The girl heard the noise outside and instantly recognized the two peeping toms. Oops, didn't poke their eyes after all, and angry Little Black had no choice but to head home. Little White, reluctant to leave, hid in the shed, studying hard, and didn't notice the girl sneaking up on. She eagerly watched various poses in the golden chamber, laughing uncontrollably. The rush of spring love was uncontainable. She glanced at her surprised companion, but that high mood got dust in a second.